everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I thought I'd better film my third trimester update. I'm currently 37 and a bit weeks pregnant, so baby is fully cooked now. Decided to make an appearance any day. Hopefully she'll stay put for a little bit longer. Thought I'd better get filming my third trimester update as I've done with my previous pregnancy and with this pregnancy all the way through. Go over symptoms that I've been experiencing, and I will also cover like some things that I'm doing to kind of prepare myself for labour. A few things that I've been doing basically. A lot of these symptoms probably will be very similar to previous symptoms mentioned, but I just feel like within this third trimester it has probably intensified. So my second trimester was definitely my best. Between first and third, I'm not sure what's been harder, to be honest. Probably this last trimester has been the hardest. Physically, probably the toughest, I guess. I mean, it's just because I've just gotten so big now, and obviously I'm fully ready now to have this baby. So I think maybe this time around I'm kind of more ready to be done being pregnant, even though I know I'm really going to miss it. So I am trying to cherish these moments, and I'm trying to cherish the moments that I've got left with just one baby. Probably one of my main symptoms that has been throughout my whole pregnancy is backache. That's continued. It's got kind of progressively worse as the bigger I'm getting, the heavier I'm getting. But within these last couple of weeks, it's really ramped up in the kind of like lower period ache, backache type thing. My first labour, all of my contractions were in my back, and I've had a couple of feelings and twinges this time around where I've been thinking, oh my goodness, is this it? Because it felt very similar. Nothing's happening yet, but I definitely thought, oh okay, could this be it? It's just like the cramping, tightening feelings. I've also been getting like tummy ache, like cramp, like period pain. Again, it's all kind of similar, but this all happened on the lead up to Novaly's birth as well, so I'm sure it's just like my body getting ready, and I could be in like really slow labour and my body's like progressing to it. It's definitely happened earlier this time around, so I think when I was pregnant with Novaly, these kind of symptoms didn't start until probably around this time, like 37 weeks, maybe just before. Whereas this time around I've been having them for a good couple of weeks already. So she made an appearance like 2 weeks after I had these feelings, and I've probably been getting them for a couple of weeks now, but this baby could keep me hanging on a lot longer, who knows. The kind of the cramping, the backache, the tummy ache, tummy cramps, period achy pains, those kind of things. I was suffering really badly with heartburn. Like I would have to sit up at night like to sleep. I couldn't eat late, just trying to eat little and often, but that's not always possible. The heartburn definitely has eased, because I think she's just moved a bit lower down. There's a bit more space, but because she's second baby, I think she's been bobbing in and out a bit. So she's been right down in my pelvis at times, and then she's been come back up again. So I have still been getting the odd bit of like reflux and heartburn, but it was definitely more so towards like right the end of my second trimester and the start of my third. It being actually recently the weather's been quite warm, I have been getting like sore swollen feet and ankles. Like I get to the end of the day and my feet and like my ankles are throbbing, and they do look a bit sort of swollen, but like I said, with the heat that doesn't help, and if I've been on my feet a lot, so I just need to make sure I rest and put my feet up. But they're not like bad crazy, like, but I can notice that they are swollen. I've been getting quite a lot of Braxton Hicks as well. This has been happening for quite some time, to be honest. But it's kind of like the tightening of the tummy, and it's normally like if I'm doing something like moving a lot or bending over or whatever, they can just be a bit uncomfortable. Your tummy's going quite hard and it's just not really that comfortable. A bit of nausea has definitely come back, which is annoying. It's not as constant or as severe as the first trimester at all, but definitely I've had like phases and waves of feeling really sick. Normally if I've eaten too much or if I've not eaten enough. So again, little and often finding that balance. Probably one of the main things I've been getting is pelvic pain and like lightning crotch. Been getting a lot of pressure down there, feeling really heavy, and just getting certain movements. I've then been getting like the shooting pain. I haven't been able to like move very well, just like that groin pelvic pain. And like there are times where I feel like this baby could just come out, if that makes sense. It just feels that heavy. I feel like she's just right there. If only it was that easy. And this changes, and it depends on what position she's in, Also, I get like a sore back, like tailbone, and if she's moving I can like feel if she's pushing onto my back or pushing into my tailbone or pushing into my pelvis. Her movements now are not so much her moving around, but they're more like kicks and thud, like prods and stuff like that. Because she is head down, I've been seeing, like, I'm assuming it's a foot or a heel or something coming out here and to the side, and quite often she'll lay sideways, so her back will come around here, and then I'll get like limbs and stuff this side. I think that's probably how she's laying right now, actually. But she does then sometimes move, so her back is fully across my back. Her head is down, which is a good sign. She's definitely getting ready to come out. And then I've also, again, but this has just been something that has happened throughout my entire pregnancy because my digestive system has slowed down, and it's just constipation. Been struggling with that, so I just tend to use like natural remedies like prunes and fruit juices and like just up in my fibre and stuff like that. I'm trying to drink lots of water, basically. I don't like to go for anything that's medical. I just try and like naturally resolve the issue. Just tiredness and fatigue. I've been so tired, especially these past few weeks. Like, it's probably since about 35 weeks, I'd say. I've been feeling really, really tired. I'm like trying to nap nearly every day. I'm going to bed at like 8:30, 9, just like really tired, but also like my body's heavy and tired as well. Like, I get to the end of the day and all of these symptoms that I've described, everything aches basically. My hips are aching, my pelvis, my back, my feet. Like, I get to the end of the day and I'm like, oh, I'm so tired. So I'm like physically exhausted and just need to go to sleep. But I've also then been suffering with pregnancy insomnia, which is so annoying because you are so tired and you just want to go to sleep, but you can't. And I think it's just more of like my brain whirring and I can't switch off, and it doesn't help when you have a toddler that her sleep is very unpredictable. So that also doesn't help. I just try and like catch up in the day when I can. It's definitely a lot harder second time round. So shortness of breath, you can probably just hear it, even just when I'm just talking. I'm struggling, like I'm running out of breath, and like going up the stairs, I like get halfway up and I'm like, oh, why am I so out of breath? I just feel so unfit. And like I've been like shopping or whatever, and I'm just standing there thinking, oh, why am I struggling so much? But then I remember I'm obviously growing a human and it takes quite a toll on your body, but I just can't believe how unfit I feel. It's horrible. Kind of like the symptoms, all the fun things that you get that come with pregnancy. These update videos that I've done this pregnancy are pretty much the same as my first. Like, this has been such a similar experience to my first, other than this has just been intensified, I would say, this time. I've definitely found it harder this time round than I did first time. But I have been so lucky so far, touch wood, that both of my pregnancies have gone really smoothly. I've obviously got these symptoms and aches and pains and all that kind of thing, but generally I've felt really well and I've really enjoyed being pregnant. And I am going to miss my bump when it's gone, but I'm also excited to kind of get back to feeling a little bit more like myself again. But I know postpartum is not easy either, so I also thought it would be good in this video just to touch on a few things that I'm doing to prepare myself for labour and birth. A lot of this stuff I did first time round, again I probably mentioned before, but it's just like getting myself mentally, physically and emotionally prepared for what's to come. And obviously this time I know what it's like, so I'm probably more scared this time round than I was first time. Just a couple of things that I've been doing to hopefully help with a smooth delivery, hopefully a fast, or, you know, not a drawn out delivery. I don't need it super fast, but a good time delivery, and just like helping my body get ready. So first pregnancy I did have a 2nd degree tear. I had to have stitches. If you've followed my videos you'll know it's never healed completely right. So I did do this for last time around, but I don't think I focused on it enough, and I don't think I committed to it enough. And I'm now doing this time, which is perineal massage. Hopefully it will mean it will help, but basically just help stretch the area and get your body ready, and like let you feel ready for the sensation of that area stretching basically. And I've been really focusing on feeling really relaxed when doing it and desensitizing the area and all that kind of stuff. It's really important to me because I know how much it's impacted me during my first pregnancy and recovery first time round. So I really want to avoid a tear if I can, and B, just get my body used to like stretching in that area, helping that area basically. But hopefully I won't tear this time around because it's done it before. Like my body stretched before, and when Novaly came out, she came out with like her hand with her face, so that was, I think that's what caused the tear, was because she kind of like punched her hand out as she was coming out. We'll see, I might tear again, but hopefully this will reduce the chance of it happening. That is something that I would definitely recommend doing. It's not comfortable, it's not easy, and it's a little bit like, it's awkward, but if it stops a tear then it's definitely worth it. Makes you more used to the sensation and gets your body like familiar with that sensation, and it's all got to help. I've been doing lots of, not like exercises as in like workout routines, but I have definitely been doing a lot of sort of yoga poses, stretches, stretches to basically open up my pelvis, loosen off the area, keep my back moving, my hips moving, getting baby into a good position. I've been sitting on my birthing ball, bouncing, doing hip circles, figures of 8. I've been doing like wide leg, like lunge squat type things, but I have to be really careful doing them because that can really trigger the pelvic pain, so I have to be really careful like opening my legs. Doing like cat and cow, hip sways, all these kind of things. Like you'll find loads of stuff online and like on different social media platforms and things to help with like exercises to help with pregnancy, but I've been really paying attention to it and really doing it this time, so I'm hoping again that will help with a smooth labour and just get my body kind of mobile. And these are definitely things that I will do in labour as well, because I want to try and have like an active labour like I did last time. I've also just done like a little bit of a refresher on my hypnobirthing. I did a hypnobirthing course first time round. Parts of it I took from, just kind of pick and choose what I like and what applies to me from that course, if that makes sense. It was a positive birth course that I did, but I've just kind of brushed up on my breathing techniques, any kind of like pain management options such as like the comb for like the pressure points on your palm, listening to positive affirmations. I've been like relaxing to like a really chilled out peaceful place, using like essential oils just to kind of get into that calm mode, so then when I go into labour I can kind of mimic all those things, and I've like covered all the senses and that kind of thing. So I've been using some of those kind of like some of those hypnobirthing techniques, been doing them on the lead up to labour to get used to them, and also to get relaxed and get the oxytocin flowing and all that sort of thing. Up and down breathing did really help in my first labour, so I wanted to just make sure I knew what I was doing with all of that again. Also listen to the positive affirmations when I'm like falling asleep, or if I'm up in the night and I can't get back to sleep, they'll often help me drift back off. Listening to the positive affirmations and meditation and stuff like that, I find that really useful. And then the last thing, just to kind of like get my body ready and into labour, I guess, is just the classic drinking raspberry leaf tea, which I have had a few cups of, but I'm not gonna lie, I really hate the taste of it, so I have to be in the mood to have it because sometimes it can make me feel really sick. Trying to eat some dates. I've started eating like quite a few dates today. I really like the taste of dates, so that's fine. Eating pineapple, again, all this stuff, I don't know if it actually works, but I did all of this with Novaly, and she did arrive before her due date, so whether it worked or not, I don't know. But it's all those things that are like supposed to like help strengthen your uterus and do all these things. Whether or not it works, I don't know. I know last time I used like clary sage oil, my midwife did say to me maybe hold off on that just because of my labour being quite quick last time. She was like, that might just tip you over the edge and you might not actually need the clary sage oil. But I've been like using like lavender oils to relax and things like that. Trying to go for walks frequently. Haven't done it yet because I'm not that desperate, but things like curb walking and hill walking and stuff like that I might do when I'm getting towards the point of wanting this baby out. Those are kind of all the things that I've been doing to try and prepare my body for labour this time round. So just when editing this video, I just realised I forgot to mention I've also been making sure I've been paying attention to doing my pelvic floor exercises. I was rubbish at doing this in my first pregnancy, remembering to do it, but I downloaded this app called Squeezy from the NHS, and it basically, you can set up your phone and it sets up like reminders for you to like do your squeezes of your pelvic floor. I've been doing that as well, beside everything else. I'm obviously now sitting on my ball. I've been doing that about 3 times a day, squeezing to like 10 squeezes fast squeezes and then a long squeeze, but it kind of goes through it all in the app. So I'd highly recommend the Squeezy app if you're like me and forget to do your pelvic floor exercises. I suppose I better show you the bump at 37 weeks plus 2-3 days. Okay, so this is what we're looking like. I'm really struggling now to find clothes that fit me. It's pretty low, to be fair. A couple of stretch marks that have been forming around here on my belly button. I have been using bio oil and Palmer's to prevent stretch marks, so I haven't got many. Sometimes I think it's more genetic, and if you're going to get them, you're going to get them, and if you don't, you don't. I don't know. That's going to be it for this video. This is going to be my last pregnancy update. Thank you all so much for following me along on this journey of like this crazy journey of motherhood and pregnancy. I feel so grateful to be here and to be sharing this all with you, and just thank you so much. Like the fact that some of you have seen me through like my first pregnancy and now this second one. The whole reason I started my channel was when I fell pregnant, so it's really special to me, and I just love to have this to look back on. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.